back to my channel. This is Choma Stitches and my name is Choma. Today we are going to be upcycling this jean that is getting worn out. So the jean is getting worn out and I want to upcycle it and use it to make a jean bag for myself. So I have the jean I'm going to upcycle here. I have a plate cover here that I'm going to be using to trace out my circle. Okay, I have a lining piece and I'm using a doll face for my lining piece. And then I have this paper stay, this very strong stay. I'm going to be ironing this on the jean fabric. And then I have my zipper. So this zipper has two heads. I've got tape rule and your scissors and your chalk. So let's get straight into it. Now, using this as a guide, I'm going to be marking out the measurement of this. And then I'm going to be using my tape to add 1 inch all around. If I can get 1.5 inch, I will get it because I want it to be wide. Okay, I didn't get a wider plate cover. So I'm going to be using what I have here, everything I have left. So I'm adding almost 1.5 inch. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. So this is what I have. And I'm going to be using this to cut out this one. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one out. So I've cut out both of them. I don't mind my zipper getting here. So here, I can just match this to this and mark out where I want the zipper to get to. So the zipper is going to go all the way like so. I'm going to measure what I have here left. I have 20. Then what I have on this side, I have 13.5 on the top and I have 20 down. So I'm going to be cutting my bias for this too. Now you can decide how wide you want your bag to be, okay? The space you want to leave in between. So if I use 4 inches, it's not that bad. So I can make it 5 inches. So I can use the 1 inch to join it on both sides. So I'm going to mark out 5 inches. So I'm gonna have to cut out the other sides. Cut this one is the one that is going to go on the top here. This is the 13 inches that is going on this top here, and I had to make it 14 inches, of course, because we're going to be using 1/2 inch on each side to join this longer part that is going down here, right? And then I also cut out the lining piece, as you can see, and I've transferred the marking for where the zip opening is going to be to the lining piece. Okay, it's important to note that. Now I cut out this is going to be a loop for the handle, a loop for holding the rope of the bag. I'm just going to make a rope, a long rope that we're going to be using for the hand. Now you can decide how long you want your own rope to be and whatever design you would like to add to it. I'm going to prepare the loop first because the loop is going to be going exactly here, okay, for when we're attaching it. So I made 2 of the loop for both ends, and this is the other one. And I also cut out the lining piece of this one as well, so both of them have a lining piece. All right, so for this one that is going to be taking the zipper, I'm going to cut it open. Now as you can see, I made it wider than this other one. Okay, I made it wider so that I can have at least 0.75 inches as zip allowance on both sides. So I added extra 1.5 inch to the width of this one compared to this. Okay, so I'm going to fold it in half and cut it in half because we're going to be attaching the zipper to it. I'm going to go ahead and sew the zipper here. Meanwhile, I want to add a little bit of inner pocket to this one, and I'm going to be adding it on the lining piece. This is what I have left on the lining piece, so I'm just going to be using it to do my inner. So let's check the width I have here. So I can use what I have here is 10. I can make my inner to be like 8 inches or 7 inches. Okay, depending on the width of the zipper I'm going to be using. So I'm going to go ahead and sew the sides and conceal it so that we'll have one neat piece that we're going to attach to the lining piece. And then I'll go ahead and iron my stay on this part. So this is the piece I'm going to be using for the inner pocket. I've gone ahead to sew it round and turn it inside out. Now I'm going to be attaching the zipper to it. So I'm just going to place the zipper like so and so. So I've attached the zipper to it. So now I'm going to be sewing this part to the inner, to the lining piece. And by the way, I have also gone ahead to iron stay on the back pieces, okay? So I'm going to be taking this inner. So I'm going to be taking one of the inner like so. And I'm going to be attaching this to it. So it's going to be here on the inner. So I'm going to sew the zipper on this direction. So this is going to come this way. You bring it down this way and you iron it. And you can iron this down like so, then you can go ahead and top stitch this on this point, okay? So these excesses, I am going to pin it down, put it under the pockets, and I'm going to sew on it. Now this zipper is going to obstruct it, so I'm going to open the zipper to make sure it doesn't stay in the way, and I'm going to start sewing. I'm going to top stitch this. Okay, so here we have a pocket that is going to be in the bag. Okay, now I'm going to take this like so. Then for the main zipper, so I have sewn this side of the main zipper. So just place the zipper on it and went ahead and sew. So you're going to take one of the lining pieces to cover up the zipper. So I'm going to place this here and I'm just going to top stitch it on top of the zipper again. So this is it. It's going to have a neat finishing. And I'm going to repeat the same thing here. So I'm going to take this other one and I'm going to sew this side of the zipper the same way. Then I'm going to take this other lining piece and repeat the same thing. So this is it. And this is the back. I'm supposed to top stitch this place after sewing the zipper. Okay, so I'm going to move the zipper opening to the middle like this. See? So I can lock both ends. Now to lock both ends, this is where you use the longer part of the bias piece we cut out, this place. So I'm going to place it like this. And then I'm going to bring the lining piece of that one and I'll place it in this direction. So this is what I have. Look at how this place looks. And this is it at the back. Okay, so I'm going to repeat the same thing on this other side. So I'm going to take this one like this and I'm going to place it here. Then I'll turn this other side, the lining piece, to the other way, and I'm going to join it. Okay, so I'm going to sew it again. Okay, so I can go ahead and cut out the excesses. This is what I have. Now you can turn it this way. So if you turn it to the right side, so this is what we have. I have sewn the zipper and joined the sides. Okay, so this is what we have like so. So what I'm going to do now is sew the main bodies. Okay, I'm going to be pinning it on the main bodies. So let me go ahead and top stitch this first. Let me repeat the same thing on this other side. Okay, so I'm going to open here up a little and turn it this way. Then I'm going to start pinning the sides to it. So you're going to take this chalk marking, pin it on one side of the zipper, take the other side and place it on this same side as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and pin this all around and pin this side too. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and sew this. Okay, so I've sewn here around. I'm just going to turn it to the right side so you see what I did. Now this is one side. And by the way, I've made a mistake of not adding this here. So this loops is supposed to be added here. It's supposed to be added somewhere here. Okay, so that we can have a proper loop we're going to use to add the rope. So I'm going to loosen here and I'll add this before I will now add the other base. Okay, so I've opened up this place, as you can see. So I've opened it up. So I'm just going to put this, fold it in and put it inside here. And then I'm going to go ahead and top stitch it again. Okay, so I've passed it through. The jean piece was too thick, I couldn't sew on it, so I had to take it out and use a piece of the lining piece to make it. Okay, the fabric I used for the lining, that's doll face, I used it in making the loop and I was able to sew on it. So we have that. So now I'm going to go ahead and place the other one, the other base, and sew it. So I've gone ahead to pin it all around. Now I'm going to go ahead and sew it. Take out the pins. Okay, so this is it. Now I'm not done with this. So what I'm going to do now is open up the inside. To seal off the inside, I'm going to use bias. So I'm going to be using bias to conceal the inside. So now I'm going to turn it this way. Then I'm going to start folding it in. As you can see, I finished it off neatly. Look at how clean that side looks. I'm going to repeat the same thing on this other side. Here I am done with the bias effect. It's time to put the hand for the bag, okay? But before we get to that, I want to first remind you guys, if you have not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe to this channel so that you get notified whenever I drop a new video. Don't forget to also like this video and share it so that this community can grow. I'll very much appreciate that. If you have questions on this class, do well to leave them in the comment section. I'll get to it. So let's get straight into this. So now let me turn it inside out. So note that the wider you make your base, the bigger the bag is going to be, okay? The wider the base, the bigger the bag. Look at what I have. The nice pocket, and of course the other pocket inside with a zipper where you can put your money or something that you don't want to fall off. You just put it in and zip it, and this is our bag. Okay, so now this is the long rope I've cut out for the handle, and this is what I want to work with. I'm going to be working with this to make the handle. I'm thinking of adding this one as well, just because it's cute. I'm just going to cut it in half. Okay, so this is where I'm cutting it. So I'm going to open it up like so. And I'm going to hook it. I'm going to hook this in here and lock it. So I have these tools because I make beads. So just fix it in and lock it. Okay, this one is hooked in. Let me hook the other side. So I have this part already. Next, we're going to be fixing this. So I'm going to pass this for one side, pass it like this, and I'm going to tack it. People that sell beading accessories, they have this. You can buy this from them. So I'm going to lock this part. Now this part is sealed. You can just hook this at the end here. This will extend the length of the dress, okay? But for now, to add the second part, I'm going to be creating something like this. This is what you use in passing your band, so you can adjust a rope. If you use something like this, is like a bra handle. If you pass it in through something like this, you can help adjust the length of the rope whenever you want to. So I don't have a complete one. I'm going to be using this, and I'm going to make this work. So I'm going to be using this like this. So I'm going to take this iron piece. This is a hairpin. I'm constructing my own. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I am going to bend it inwards like so. Now this other one, I'm going to fold it in this way. So do well to lock it in so it does not have any part that can hurt you. Okay, now I have this. So I'm going to take this one like this. I'm trying to make it match the direction of this other one. So I'm going to pass it through like so. Pass it through here. Pass it down through here. Like so. And then pass it through this part. And then I'm going to return it to this center rope. So to do that, I'm going to create a space here. Take this up and then pass it through this so that it can come out from here. Can come out from here again. And then I can lock it. I can lock it on this. Like so. So I'm going to go ahead and top stitch this place. So now you can close this one back. Now with this, you can adjust the length. When you move the length this way, you have adjusted the length of the rope. See you guys in my next sewing tutorial. I'm going to style this bag and then show us how it looks when I wear it. So you just take this and hook it in on this end, hook it on the other end, and you have your bag. And then you can decide to embellish this with beads. Okay, I'm thinking of using beads to embellish mine. So you can just tack your beads, whatever design you want to create. This video is already long, okay? You can just use your chalk, create a design, okay? So if I have this design now, I can use this as my guide, and then I will put as many. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 marks I've made here. I can just put beads, tack 8 beads around it to give it this shiny look. So see you guys in my next sewing tutorial. Bye bye. And this is the bag. Look at how beautiful it is. So I decided to stone it around and then put a flower in the center here. This is it, and this is the side. This is the zip area. So I had to put stuff inside to give you the shape of the bag, you know. And this is it.